Here's a heartbreaking deportation story. So a family of 6 was deported to Mexico, 2 undocumented parents, then their 10-year-old sick daughter and 4 of their other children. All minors, they were in the car when they were detained. 4 of the 5 children are U.S. citizens. The 10-year-old girl, a U.S. citizen, she was diagnosed with brain cancer last year and she underwent surgery to remove the tumor. Doctors thought the girl would not survive, but according to mom, she's a miracle. She survived. Again, according to mom, the swelling on the girl's brain is still not fully gone, and this causes the girl difficulties with speech and she's unable to move the right side of her body. Before the family was removed from the United States, the girl was going for check-ins with her doctors who were monitoring her recovery. She was attending rehabilitation therapies and taking medication to prevent convulsions. When ICE arrested them, they were driving to Houston. Now, because of the brain surgery that was caused by the cancer, they were headed to see the girl's specialist doctors for an emergency medical checkup. And on their way, they were stopped at an immigration checkpoint. They had passed at that immigration checkpoint about 5 times in the past, according to the story, and the parents showed letters from their doctors and lawyers, but the letters were not enough. ICE arrested them because the parents could not show valid immigration status. All of them were taken into ICE custody and they were held in detention for 24 hours. The family's 15-year-old son, who's also a U.S. citizen, and their 13-year-old daughter, they both live with long QT syndrome. Apparently, it's a heart condition that can be life-threatening if it's not treated properly. The son wears a heart monitor. Despite all of these health issues, CBP didn't transfer the children to a hospital, not even the 10-year-old. According to a complaint that has since been filed by the family, CBP's medical team knew that the 3 children had serious health issues and they still did not provide proper care. And this is in violation of the Flores Settlement Agreement, which governs how children in immigration custody must be treated. And then after detention, ICE loaded them into a van and deported them, leaving them on the Mexico side of a Texas bridge. The family said that since they arrived in Mexico, they've moved into a house, but mom said that safety concerns, they are not able to sleep at night, the children have not been able to go to school, and the 10-year-old girl hasn't been able to get the follow-up care that she needs. The undocumented parents have no criminal history. They had been living in the Rio Grande Valley since they came from Mexico in 2013, and both parents have some jobs that they do, including picking and packing produce for a living. That's what they do for work. The family's attorney has said that the parents were actually in the process of applying for T visas or T non-immigrant status. That gives protection for trafficking victims. They have a 17-year-old son who's also a U.S. citizen that was left behind in Texas. The family has filed a civil rights abuse complaint and we're currently waiting to see how that goes. But if you guys remember, Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, said a few weeks before Trump took office that families were going to be deported together. U.S. citizens were going to be deported along with their undocumented family members. There were families with mixed statuses. We could count on the fact that U.S. citizens were going to also be deported. What are your thoughts on this story? It is actually a true story that has been reported by several reputable news outlets. Share your thoughts on this story below.